Just here with Head Coach Steve Sertich. We're just doing a piece on the coaches and kind of where you come from and just what you've experienced during your time here at Bemidji State. Just first off, you've been here. This is your sixth season. What is it that brought you to Bemidji State in the first place?
Well, I kind of lucked out. I always wanted to coach at the college level, and the timing was right. They were looking for a coach, and I was out looking for a new opportunity. So I feel very fortunate to get this job.
Just talk about your background in hockey. I know, obviously, growing up on the Iron Range and around Virginia, and just how were you introduced to the sport, and just how have you kind of progressed to being a head coach at a women's hockey program at Bemidji State?
Well, it's been a great journey. I actually got involved in it because my brother started playing it and up on the range, and had a good experience, had great coaches up there. The old great Pat Finnegan was my Bantam coach. I had Dave Henriksen for my high school coach, and was fortunate enough to get an opportunity to play college hockey at Colorado College. John Matches was my coach my first year there, and Jeff Sauer my last 3 years. So I was very lucky to have outstanding coaches throughout. Got a chance to play after college. I played in Europe for 3 years, played on a couple of U.S. teams. So it was fun. Hockey's been good to me it was good to me as a player, and then I got involved in coaching high school hockey and coached boys for about 15 years and girls for about 3. And like I said, the timing was right to try something different, and I ended up in Bemidji.
Like you said, you coached boys for most of your time until, the last 10 years have been, or so or more, have been spent coaching women. What brought on the transition for you, and just how has that gone for you?
Yeah, it was, it was all about timing. I had taken a team, including my son Mike, to the state tournament for 2 years on the boys level, and we had tremendous talent and players, and just felt like I wanted to try something different. There was a coaching opening for the girls team at Roosevelt, so I did that, and I got to coach Aaron Cody and Fran Dorr there, and it's obviously a change in philosophy, and yet the hockey part is the same. The skills are the same. The battle level has to be the same. The checking, of course, is taken out, but it's still a physical game on the girls or the women's side, and get a chance to coach in this league, which has been a tremendous challenge because the level is so good every week.
Like I said earlier, this is your sixth season here at Bemidji State. Just what has changed with this program, and what have you guys been able to do as recruiters and coaches to, get this program to where it is right now in the last couple years, really competing in the WCHA?
Well, it's definitely the players. I mean, and the credit has to go to Coach Vinker and Coach Farrell and Coach Fricklin, who have done such a great job recruiting players. And you have to have the talent to be able to succeed in our league. And we finally are getting kids that can play at a high level. We've had great goaltending. You have skilled players that can score in the power play, and thus we've been able to hang with all the big teams in our league here in the last 2 years.
Here with BSU Women's Hockey Graduate Assistant Casey Hansen, just kind of talking to each of the coaches kind of about their background in hockey and their experience here at Bemidji State. First off, you were a two-sport athlete at North Dakota, softball and hockey. Just what did dealing with two sports just end your classes really teach you, just moving on as you try to become a coach and try to become successful in this profession?
It taught me a lot about hard work, discipline, having to balance both softball practice, hockey practice, and then classes as well. It just taught me how to time manage everything, and it was a really great experience. I won't take anything away from that at UND.
Like I said, you were a two-sport athlete, softball, hockey. Why are you focusing on hockey as you move on through your coaching career?
Hockey's my passion. I grew up with it. I played all through bantams with the guys, and then I switched over to the girls when it came to high school, and just my favorite sport.
You've played under a few coaches at North Dakota. Now you've worked under Steve at Bemidji State. Just what have people like Steve Sertich, Brian Adolski, what have they taught you about the coaching business that you're really going to take away after, you try to move forward with
They taught me how to relate to the players, being young and just freshly out of college. I'm really good at doing that, but they also taught me how to more personalize, more be better, communicate better, which I'm not doing right now well. But no, they really taught me a lot, especially about the sport of hockey, just stuff that you wouldn't pick up as a player, but when they tell you as a coach, and it's just a really great experience.
How is it you ended up at Bemidji State? Obviously, you played 4 years against Bemidji State as a member of the Fighting Sioux women's hockey team. How is it that you came to be a grad assistant here at BSU?
That was thanks to Coach Adolski. He brought it to my attention that Bemidji State University was looking for a graduate assistant, and I was looking at going for my master's. And it just happened to work out, and I'm very thankful and fortunate.
Do you have any memories of playing against any of the players that you coach now, and do they give you, crap about being a former Fighting Sioux?
Well, apparently the one shootout I was ever in was against Bemidji State, against Zuzana Tomchikova, and she stopped me. I think I had her beat, but it didn't go in.
One of your main focuses here at Bemidji State is the strength and conditioning program with the girls. You've really helped implement that the last year. Just what are your philosophies with strength and conditioning, and what have you tried to do to improve the girls?
Well, they work out twice a week, and I just try to make it so it's fun, but they actually work. So I change up the program every 2 weeks, make it fresh, make it new, bring in new exercises, and just keep it on their toes and in shape.
Get here with Amber Fricklin, an assistant for Bemidji State women's hockey. Obviously, first year here at Bemidji State and as assistant coach, you were a player here. Just how has the transition gone from being a player here and now being an assistant coach?
It's pretty awesome. It's been obviously a successful year so far, and I feel very lucky and fortunate to be here. It feels like I played a long, long time ago, but it's going pretty well.
What has changed about this program in the 7-8? You finished in 2003, and now it's been 7-8 years since you played. What's changed about Bemidji State women's hockey?
Well, the level of play, I think, across women's hockey in general has gotten a lot better. As far as the program has a lot of stability right now. We've had a lot of success in the last couple of years, and obviously we have a new rink. So I think that adds to. Just adds the overall experience here for the kids here now.
Just what is it about the Sanford Center that you think really is going to help this program move forward and help bring in maybe a little more talent and just help this program move to the next level in the WCHA?
Well, it's a great place to play. It's a great place to come to work every day. We have a great facility. We have everything we need right here. And hopefully players will see that the university has a vested interest in hockey here, and it's a community. The community support is great, and so hopefully that will help.
What is it that brought you back to Bemidji State after being gone 7-8 years? What is it that brought you here again?
Well, this opportunity to be here at this point in time in my life, the staff, the university, it's just so cool for me to come back and do this. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass up, and I'm really fortunate to be here.
You're another product of the Iron Range, like Steve Sertich, also Andrea Nichols, the equipment manager. Just what is it about the Iron Rangers here at Bemidji State?
Well, we're kind of a different breed, and we like to have fun, and we love hockey. We love what we do, and it's just neat to have grown up in an environment where hockey was such a big part of your life.
Just what was your first exposure to hockey? When did you start playing? What's kind of your journey up through the ranks?
I started when I was a little kid. I started playing at the rinks. I played boys hockey growing up, and I played a little girls hockey. We had like a midget team when I was in middle school, and then we got a high school team when I was a sophomore in high school. So I played girls high school hockey for 3 years. So I was kind of on the front end of that girls hockey, coming up in the high school ranks, and then I obviously came here. So.
Just what are some of your goals as a coach? What do you kind of hope to get out of this experience here as an assistant coach for Bemidji State, and what do you want to see happen with this program during your time here?
Well, every day you learn something new, and it's fun to work with Coach Shane and Steve, and you learn so much about the game, and working with athletes that just love what they do and they work so hard. And I think just for myself to keep learning the game and getting better as a person and as a coach, I think that something that's pretty neat.
Here with Bemidji State Assistant Coach Shane Venker, just kind of talking to each of the coaches about their experience here at Bemidji State and prior to coming to Bemidji State. Just your main thing has kind of been recruiting for this program. Just what is it that you look for when you go out on the recruiting trail, and just what is it about recruiting that you think you find yourself suited for this?
I think the most important thing is we get the right kids for our program. We're not always going to get the best kids. Most importantly, we get the right kids for our program. And in saying that, it means kids who value team success more than they value individual success. Players in our program sometimes have to sacrifice that individual success in order for our team to do well. And so we have to have high character kids who are resilient, tough-minded, mentally tough kids that fit our program, care about this university, care about this program, care about the community of Bemidji.
You've obviously been around Bemidji State quite a bit as a student and just in other roles. Just what is it that brought you back to be an assistant coach, 5 years ago now, for Steve Sertich?
Yeah, it's just the love of this university. I care about Bemidji State University. It's a special place, and I'm blessed to be able to work here and work with these great young people and a job that I love. And I do it for nothing. Don't tell Coach Sertich that, but and it's one of those amazing places to work. And it's a special university. It's a special place, and really fortunate to be here. And coming from the high school level at Bemidji High School, it's been a great transition, and fortunate to be here.
You're originally from Winden, Minnesota. You just how did you get started with hockey, and just what's your background with the sport?
Yeah, I'm one of those 1980 Miracle on Ice kids that started when I was a little older, and grew up playing and loved it and played on the lake. And my dad was a high school coach and played for my dad in high school, and but that came here to the university, and Coach Peters right away told me that I wasn't a very good player, so you might want to find something else to do at the hockey level. And so I worked for him for 4 years, and working for a legend like that and seeing how he goes about his business every day was a real blessing. And to see what it takes to build a championship team and a championship contender every year was a special opportunity for me, and been around this university for a little while and fortunate to be here.
What have you seen change in this program in the last 4 or 5 years that you've been here, and what do you think that's due to?
I think, again, the biggest thing is a change in a little bit in our culture that, team success is important. It's all about winning and having a great experience here, and again, that team success is more important than individual success. And our kids fight so hard for each other. It's inspiring to watch. And we're really proud of how they fight hard for each other.
Just what are some of your goals here as an assistant coach as you continue your time at Bemidji State, and what do you want to see happen with this program?
Yeah, our biggest goal is continue to move forward in those WCHA standings, and to make sure our young people have a great experience here on and off the ice and as student athletes, and that we continue to get better and move up in those WCHA standings.